Business in the 217 on the WMAY morning news feed. I'm Greg Bishop, and I'm really excited to share with you details of a new restaurant and event space that's coming to Petersburg. I've seen pictures of this. I've seen family share pictures of this. I've seen friends share pictures of this. It looks absolutely incredible. I'm very much looking forward to telling you all the details. And we're joined now here on the WMAY Business in the 217 with the morning news feed. Emily Faucon joins us. She's the general manager of Broadgauge. Emily, thanks for taking time. This is really exciting.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
So tell us how this all got started.
Yeah. So Douglas Pope, the owner, he actually is a native to Petersburg, moved back through COVID and decided to invest in his community. And my husband and I were actually operating owners of Long Nine Junction in Springfield, and we had been approached by Douglas to join forces, and we ended up closing down Long Nine and jumping into the group, and kind of history in the making. So
it's got to be pretty incredible from having a popular and everybody I knew that had Long Nine Junction loved the food, going from that and the decision of jumping into that business, and then getting approached and recruited to stop doing that and go do something else. Talk about that as far as somebody who's in that space of owning a restaurant, of operating a restaurant, and everything that goes along with that, to then being asked to start something else entirely different.
Yeah. So, my husband and I, we were very fortunate. We loved Long Nine. We had a great following. Through COVID-19, we actually found a house in Petersburg that we loved, and we decided that we wanted to kind of change our career path as well. Long Nine definitely became a bigger operation than we ever foresaw it becoming in such a tiny space. So we knew that through COVID, we were going to have some type of business switch, just because we did do the community seating and it was always tight packed. So it was kind of just perfect timing when Douglas knocked on our door, and we had moved to Petersburg already, and we just felt like it was kind of just meant to be. And it's really great. We've been able to bring all of our creativity and our thoughts and knowledge from our former business to this one, and this one's just kind of like a bigger step up from Long Nine. So we're very excited to open the doors and show everyone what we have to offer.
So as I said before, I've seen people share your guys' group's photos of the inside, and it looks absolutely phenomenal. Tell us about the building, the historic nature of it, and what all has been done to the inside.
Yeah, so the building originally was named the Broadgauge in 1872. It was purchased by a man, Mr. Brahm, and it was actually the Central Illinois' largest goods store at the time. And it's actually only been in a few other people's possessions. Douglas really loved this building growing up in Petersburg, and he decided once he moved back that he just wanted to invest in the community, bring back just all the rich history, and so he decided to make a restaurant, event space, and bar. And pretty much everything in the building has been somewhat changed and modified. It was an antiquery when Douglas purchased it, so all of that stuff was taken out and wiped out. We have kept a lot of signature pieces in the building, though. There's a mezzanine that's pretty much the whole span of the restaurant. So we still have that. We brought back the original facade, so we're working with the Historic Preservation Society. The front facade of the restaurant has been brought back to that 1872 style. All of the floors are original and just kind of brought back to life with some finishing touches. But brand new kitchen, all new wallpaper, all new, decor, but still very true to that time period as well.
We're talking with Emily Faucon. She is the general manager of Broadgauge, which is in Petersburg. You may have seen some of the social media posts they've shared of just the incredible sights from inside. Looks pretty large. Looks like you guys are going to be able to do some not just large dining operations, but large event operations. Talk about some of the things that you expect to happen inside.
Yeah, so our restaurant seats about 140 people. We do have the cafe and the bakery as well, called the Talisman, and that's going to be kind of a small, more communal shared space. Event space upstairs, we have the grand ballroom, and that's actually going to be available closer to the new year to start booking out. On top of that, we as well have 3 additional spaces within the Broadgauge upstairs as well. We'll have a billiards room, we'll have a board room, lots of spaces that will fit an intimate group of like 10 or 12, but can also fluctuate to numbers of 40 to 100 as well. And then we do have some additional projects in the works as well, some other buildings that we'll be able to book out for just special events, kind of bridal suites. We'll have a local arts venue, and then later on down the road, we'll have a beer garden as well.
Oh my gosh! All right, this is too good to be true. It's the Broadgauge. When's it open?
So we are actually going to be announcing very soon. Stay tuned next week, early next week. We'll be announcing our official date, but it is very, very soon. It will be within the month.
Well, we're definitely anxiously anticipating that. Another big question for Emily Faucon. She is the general manager of Broadgauge here on the WMAY Morning News Feed Business in the 217. Again, Broadgauge in Petersburg. And what about the Taste of Long Nine? Is that going to be some of the same things that are going to be offered at Broadgauge?
Yes. So we still will be doing all of our fresh made bread. Some of the recipes, some of the sandwiches have kind of filtered over as well. The big one was the tomka soup. That made the menu as well. Our menu now is kind of a hint of German. German settlers were kind of the making of Petersburg, so we wanted to stay true with that. But definitely still house roasted meats. We're working with a lot of local farmers, so definitely a lot of what Long Nine was is embraced at Broadgauge.
So looking forward to this. Petersburg, not too far away, especially if you're planning an event to kind of get out of dense areas. And if you haven't been to Petersburg lately, it's just a glorious little town. And I think that this is going to be an incredible asset to Petersburg. Again, Broadgauge, the general manager, Emily Faucon, with us. Thank you so much for taking time and sharing this, and looking forward to the success, because I know it's going to be huge.
Thank you. We're excited.